So I've got Jen in the car with me. We had just gotten done having breakfast with Rady and Randy. Since they were in town anyway, and we're only a few miles from town, we decided to go and have breakfast with them at the place, which is a great place to have breakfast if you're in Flagstaff. And then we went and got a couple of parts to fix the RV and some sealant for the car engine that we're going to be working on today. And now we're heading back home. So stay tuned for really great, really interesting mechanic work later on that hopefully fixes our car and doesn't make it worse. Yeah, this road is bad. Howdy. We're back, baby. All right, so we've been working real hard all day, tearing this engine apart. Got the shroud off, belts, and fan. Jen's been cleaning stuff as I took it off. Main pulley, harmonic balancer, timing chain cover, or timing belt cover. This is in really bad shape. It's missing a couple of lugs on this side. And since it couldn't be held in very well, they torqued this center one in a lot. So that stud came out whenever I pulled it out, but it's not a big deal. I mean, the threads are still good. But as you can see, it's all eaten up down here. I think it'll still function okay, but I do want to get a replacement because I don't like that these are broken and that you have to tighten everything down so much to get it to stay on. So, yeah, we've been cleaning all that, and I've been working with this to get the camshaft and crankshaft lined up with the factory timing marks, which is there and there. And then down here, there's a little mark on top of the gear right there that you probably can't see. It's a detent that the factory put in there that matches up with an arrow right there. They're both off just a little tiny bit, but as long as they're both off the same and I don't move them independently of each other, it should be fine. And then I loosened, this is the thing that came out whenever I took the timing chain out, or timing cover off. I put that back in. The manual says to take this spring off, so I did that. Move this over to relieve all the tension from the belt, so now the belt is slack. I've loosened up the camshaft and crankshaft bolts. The car was, I put it in four-wheel drive, locked the front hubs, and put it in fifth gear so that the most resistance was on the crankshaft. And then I really wrenched at this, and this crankshaft bolt was really, really tight. It was way tighter than spec. So that has me a little bit worried because these things are known to have problems with this gear. If it doesn't sit on the crankshaft correctly, then you have to do repair work. The keyway gets damaged. So we're going to check that. Right now, I don't know which seal is bad, but this one seems like it's okay. Can't see it because I'm not pointing the camera at it. But this seal seems like it's fine. So it's got to be the main seal, as the previous owner told me he thought it was. So I'm going to take these bolts off. Really pray that we never turn the crankshaft or camshaft, because if those get messed up, then we have to retime the engine, and we don't want to do that. But yeah, and then clean it up real good and see what the main bearing is like down there. All right, so I've got the timing belt gears off, or cogs, and this is still hasn't moved, which is good. Looks like this seal is fine. I don't see any problem with this seal, so we're not going to mess with this seal. So Suzuki used to sell a tool that you'd put over the crankshaft that would protect it whenever you put the new seal in, but they no longer sell that. Now pretty much what people do is they take like a 2-liter soda bottle and they wrap it around the crankshaft and put the seal on over that so that it doesn't go over the sharp edges of the crankshaft, and then it protects the seal. So we're going to try that and see if our engine stops leaking oil. So looking at the main seal down here, the main crankshaft seal, I can clearly see that one side of it is out like a 1/16 of an inch and the other side is pushed in a 1/16 of an inch. It doesn't happen like this unless whoever put this seal in used a tool and put it in crooked. So this is absolutely what is leaking on this car. So whenever you pay mechanics to do stuff for you, this could be what happens. And then the seal would probably work for like, I don't know, 1,000 miles. But since it's in there crooked, eventually it's going to start leaking. And then you're going to end up with an oily mess like we have. But this, along with the clutch cable being bad, kind of pushed the last owner over the edge. So he knew that he was going to have to replace this main seal because he told me he was pretty sure that's what was leaking. And he knew that the clutch was no longer working and thought that the clutch itself was bad, which means you have to drop the transmission or move it back a foot or so to put a new clutch in. So far we got lucky with the clutch cable, but this main seal, this is the more labor intensive thing because you have to take the whole front of the engine apart. Yeah, so once we have this new seal put in, hopefully correctly, then we should be good to go. That was a pain. Pretty much the accepted way to do this quickly if you don't have a bearing puller and if you don't want to remove the radiator is to run a wood screw through the face of the bearing or the seal and then pull it out that way. Being careful not to hit either of the machined surfaces that the bearing is seated against. But these seals are they're pretty tough. They're not just plastic, they're like sheet metal. So I've been trying to start this, but so far I haven't had any luck. I'm going to have to use a drill. Well, if the seal wasn't bad before, which we know it is now. There's probably all kinds of mechanics out there that are cringing right now, but I'm doing my best. I have an abbreviated set of tools here. We've got a whole shop in the basement back home. And I was planning on doing all this back there, but then I said, hey, what the hell? The YouTube videos make it look easy. Except for this YouTube video. This YouTube video is going to show just exactly how hard this could be made to be. Oh!
Oh, there you go, sweetheart.
Hey, yeah. Well, you can't really see it, but it is pretty chewy. There. I mean, of course, this is me. I did that, but yeah, it is all cracked. Yeah. I don't see how this ever sealed. Bad.
And you said something about a soda bottle.
Yeah, and I have to go source a 2-liter soda bottle. Something with fairly thick plastic that I can wrap around the crankshaft and that way I slide the seal on over that, and the seal doesn't get cut up on the crankshaft, because apparently the crankshaft is sharp and it will shave off parts of this inner seal right here, supposedly. I'm eating my own hair. And you don't want that. So people say to put a soda bottle basically inside of this around the crankshaft, slide it over the soda bottle, get it up over that first ridge so that it doesn't get cut up. But we don't have any 2-liter soda bottles, so I have to go ask our friends if they do. So how much oil and crap do I have on my face?
Not much. Just your eyebrow.
Oh, that's okay. I think I'm going to leave it there because I like dark eyebrows.
And your forehead.
And my forehead. Oh, God. Shower tonight. All right, I'm going to go ask people.
You ready for your food, Jet? Yeah? Okay.
Nobody has it.
Nobody has a bottle?
Not that I can see. This would probably do it, but yeah, I gotta cut it up. I don't think I have the old one anymore.
Yeah, Jason is looking for a soda bottle to use for the engine. Okay, so this is the weird thing Jet does. Because his bowl is reflective, he thinks there's another dog living in his bowl. Jet, just eat your food. He sees his reflection.
So hopefully this will do it.
Oh, did you find something?
Well, I took your suggestion and I cut up one of the creamer bottles.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought it was actually the end of the bottle that you needed, but you need the...
No, I need to wrap it around the crankshaft.
Okay. Yeah, because that seems thick enough.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Jet, that reflection's not going to get you. Just eat your food.
Stay.
Some cows can visit. Little one.
Okay, just got it all back together again. I had some frustrations, so I didn't film for a little while. Mainly I had the crankshaft pulley on down here that has a keyway on it, and I thought that's where it was supposed to match up with the timing gear, but it wasn't. So I turned it a little ways, and the keyway popped into a hole in the gear, or in the pulley. Sorry, there's like yellow jackets everywhere, and they are really, really interested in me for some reason. So, there's one. Ah, shit. So anyway, it's all back together. Got the new belts on it. Got them all tensioned. Got the fan and shroud and hose. Got this condenser or whatever it is back in with all the hoses. Batteries reconnected. Everything should be good. So gonna try to start it. See if it leaks. It'll probably run, but gotta see if that seal was the problem. Okay.
So now we're starting. Let's cross our fingers.
Yeah, it's rubbing a little bit on the timing cover, but that's pretty much normal until I replace the timing cover. On the forums, they say that they get old and they swell and deform, and then the belts and crankshaft fully rub on it. But we won't know if it's leaking again for a little while. Right now I'm just going to let it warm up and observe it. We have to take it into town, into Flagstaff, and take it to a place that has an engine cleaner treatment, and they're all set up so that they can take care of the waste water, because you know, you clean the engine, you got oil everywhere. So they have filters and stuff, I guess.
So we took the car for a test drive after Jason put the engine back together. And he just looked underneath the hood and it looks pretty good, like it's not leaking. So,
yep. So far so good. But then again, I cleaned everything really good around where the leak was, so I guess in theory it could take a while to accumulate oil again before it starts to show. But underneath the engine, I mean, all the suspension and everything is all covered in greasy, oily mud. So we're here at the auto spa that has facilities to wash the engine out.
Looks like it's our turn. So we use the tire engine cleaner first. All right.
Ready?
Yep.
It's not green.
Yeah, I think it takes a while for it to go.
There it is.
Now we're rinsing it. It's been sitting for about 2 minutes as we rinse the car.
Yeah, I've always hated washing the engine compartment on even my old Hero because I didn't want to foul anything up. This thing's just so dirty.
It looks a lot better. we finished.
Now we gotta go by Napa, get a new temperature sender so that the gauge works since I broke the other one. And throw some trash away. And then we'll do another inspection, and of course we're going to go play with the car a little bit too. So one of our friends suggested that to test drive the car we come up here to the Arizona Snow Bowl. This is a big skiing area, but she said that right now, this time of year, that all the trees are changing colors. And they are. They're beautiful. There's a breeze, so they just look like they're shimmering whenever you're driving up and the sun catches them. Say hi, babe. But there's our little car over there with the spare tire on the back. And it's doing great. Still not leaking oil. Although it is, it has some smoke coming off of the exhaust because I think it's got soap on there and probably some degreaser still that we didn't rinse off. Whoever owns this car didn't see that. We're not used to seeing leaves change color. Being from Southern California, we don't have seasons. Hopefully we'll see more of this on the way back to Tennessee.
We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run away and leave this world behind. Please just take me home to a castle in the sky. Castle in the sky. Castle in the sky. Won't you take me
So I forgot to mention where we're stopped is called Aspen Corner. On the way up to the Snow Bowl from the 180, it's one of the turnouts that has a bunch of cars on it.
I can wait another minute. I can wait another second to be